all of you. I'm glad you're here. How many of you are first-time kindergarten parents? Right up the stage. I'm here to talk to you about what reading looks like in TK and in kindergarten. In TK and kindergarten, we read, excuse me, to your child, with your child, and then there's reading by your child. And what I mean by this is we take thematic literature and we talk about front cover, back cover, title, author, illustrator. We dig deep into these books. We discuss vocabulary and make predictions and really talk about what the author's purpose is. So every day we read to your children. Additionally, we read with your children, and we call this shared reading. We talk about what good readers do. Good readers read with good expression. They make it sound like talking. So all year long, we talk about what good readers do. Reading strategies, because in TK and in kindergarten, your child will be learning how to read. 3 times a year, your child will be assessed in reading in kindergarten. And I will talk to you in a few minutes about what the books look like. But what I mean by a reading strategy is not just having good expression, but what your child will do when they come to a hard word instead of just stopping. Okay? So we talk about that good readers use their pictures. The most common mistake that parents do is cover up the pictures when you're reading with your child. Please do not cover the pictures. The pictures give us a lot of information. Another thing that we talk about is that good readers make sure that it makes sense. Good readers get their mouth ready for that first part. And yes, I know that you think that sounding out each word is very important, and it is, but there are other reading strategies that we'll focus on through the entire year. So that's what we do when we read with your children. There's also reading by your children, and in TK they make lots of books, and you can look at these a little bit closer at the end. But in TK, they do a lot of made books that are filled with high-frequency words. In TK and in kindergarten, the students have a list of high-frequency words that they need to read and write by the end of the school year. These are the made books in TK. In kindergarten, excuse me, we use this series of white books that are filled with these high-frequency words, but we're also talking about reading strategies as well. I know that you can't see back there, but in this picture, it could be a dog or it could be a puppy. So we have a discussion about that, and we help them to make the connection between the picture and the text and talk about that good readers do that. So what letter would you expect to see at the beginning of dog? What letter would you expect to see at the beginning of puppy? And really looking at the text and the picture. That is reading by your children. In kindergarten, they're also put into groups by ability levels. I did mention that they are assessed a few times each year, and they do reading to us in ability groups. And again, I don't have a docu-cam to show you, but you can get a closer look. This is the first trimester. They should be able to read something that looks like this. Second trimester, more print on a page. And by the third trimester, the print gets smaller and it's on both pages. This is grade level standard for kindergarten. Okay? So now you're thinking, how do I help my child? Okay, the most important thing that I can leave you with is letter identification and letter sound. Make sure that you spend this summer naming letters, looking at letters, getting the sounds of those letters, and like Mrs. Reed said, read to your child. Make sure that you're talking about books and continue to read to them.